All right, all right. 5 minutes early. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Decided to hop on a little bit early, give some people more time to join. I'm really excited to watch episode 7. I've been so busy and haven't gotten a chance to really watch in the past week. Thought I'd be done with this season already, but life happens and you got to do stuff. So I am looking forward to it. Hey, Knox. Glad you're doing well. How is my audio? Can you hear me well? Oh, cool. Then I'm looking forward to it even more since I know every episode is probably somebody's favorite. But yeah, I think I'm going to play it. Cool. Thank you. I think I'm going to thank you, Screaming Cupcake. Thank you very much. I'm going to play the episode without headphones. It might, I don't know. I've never done this before, and I know that I can't play the entire episode on video because the video will never be allowed to stay up. So if the audio is playing in the background, I think it just gives a little bit more ambiance rather than me just watching the show and nothing being heard. But like I said, I've never done this before, but hopefully we get a good chat going, and I'm looking forward to it. So I guess we'll start a few more minutes. So we have currently, I think, a couple of people on, which is fine. After this, we have what? 3 more episodes after this, right? So there's 10, 3 more to go, and then I'll do that end of season live stream where we could just talk about anything that has to do with season 1 and then everybody's predictions about what's going to happen in season 2, which should be fun because um, I'm kind of going to rely on every one of you, because even though I love this show, I know it's been over for a while, so I haven't had the time yet to watch everything, digest everything, and then usually, I look online and check for things. So you guys have all been able to do that, but um, I haven't. So I'm just really enjoying the show like it just came out. Sweet, hey, oh, I'm gonna botch your name. I know last time I did a live stream, I think you told me how to pronounce it. Materea. Hope it. I hope I pronounced it right. I have a horrible memory. Don't get old. That is the saying. Oh, Paz. Hey, Paz. I'm not quite sure which show yet. Everyone gave me a lot of good um, options. And as much as I want to do some of these hour-long shows, I don't know if right now I have the capacity to edit shows that are that long. So I might need to find another 30-minute show. But I'm open to all suggestions. So if you want to leave it in the chat, and then I'll research them. But there's so many good shows out there. And the thing is, I want to do a show that is good because, like, I had never heard of this show until I was doing reactions for What We Do in the Shadows, and someone told me to watch it. So one, I had never heard of it. Two, I never saw videos like populate on my YouTube that I should watch it. So I was kind of scared because I have very little followers and my popular videos weren't doing well, like my She-Hulk videos and some of my Marvel reactions where you think a lot of people would watch them. They were only getting like 12 to 15 views. So I was pleasantly surprised that with only 70, or now I think I'm up to 80 subs, that my last video is, I think, on its way to 1,000 views, and the episode 5 is already over 1,000 views. So I want to get a show that, one, is good, two, has a really dedicated following like this show does. Because I've honestly never seen a fandom so dedicated to a show before, like this show. Because I'm guessing if my channel is getting 1,000 views for these videos and a lot of comments and a lot of you guys chatting with me every day, I can imagine the views some popular channels are getting, but then maybe those more popular channels that have like 30,000 to like 100,000 subs, they're probably doing like Marvel and DC stuff. So they might be doing like more mainstream, super popular videos. But I have no idea. But it's 2 o'clock, and I guess I could get started now. Season 1, Episode 7 is called This Is Happening. It says, a trip to St. Augustine reveals more about Jim's past. Steed leads Blackbeard on an adventure. Now, where we left off in Episode 6, which was the Art of Fuckery, was Blackbeard couldn't go through with killing Steed. Izzy was pissed and left on the boat and got hit with a sandwich. So let me get into this right here. Hit play, but I'm going to, oh, I know there's like this beginning portion, so I'm going to get it. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, and hopefully we could all start at the same time. So let me get to the part. All right, that's the HBO music. Oh, okay. Actually, I'm having a problem. Even though I'm not streaming this, it thinks I am. So I have to open HBO Max in Firefox. Sorry, a little bit of a delay. Noob error, so I have to sign back in. That's so weird. I wasn't even sharing it, so I don't know why that happened. All right. And now, rookie mistakes. Thank you, everyone, for putting up with me. So close to getting this started, and now I have to find all the stuff. All right. HBO Max is this, so it is this username. I'm so glad you could copy and paste on your phone and then just paste it into your Mac. So sign in. All right. Our flag means death. Episode 7. This is happening. All right. I'll skip this portion. All right. Now we're back to the Max original screen. All right. Here we go. Let me set this to my entire screen. Okay. I need to bring this up. Well, I'm glad, CH. I'm glad that my mistake helped you out a little bit. Okay. So here we go. And I know it's not going to be perfectly lined up, but it'll be close enough, a few seconds off. In 3, 2, 1, play. I really love Blackbeard's outfit. Steve knows what he's doing. It would be the same with 6. He can't go anywhere. You can't have bad news during tea. He's lying. He said that he was bored. He just wants to be invited to stay, maybe. Oh, God. What's going to be the title card this week? I love that title card every episode. Oh my god. Stop going on about your cakes. Oh god. I never knew scurvy caused bad breath. Thank you, CH. They have some really great flashbacks in this and really great, I don't know what the technical term is, but like segues to those flashbacks. Olawande, my fave. I could watch a show spin-off based on those two. Anybody else feel like this show has amazing visual effects? Really good. Oh, his finger. We should start a petition for that spinoff. Oh, God. I say it every video, but I love how the crew has really come together since the first episode. Oh, disgusting. Oh, so... Knox, you are 100% correct. Is teeth falling out is like one of the number one most popular like nightmares, right? Oh, I would hate that. He's so sweet, man. Good point, but maybe she doesn't have the resources. Or she's lazy. Ooh. I like that. Steed is getting that backbone. Come on, this is great. I need that spinoff, really. No episode is ever what it seems, so this is more than an episode about oranges. I would love to be stabbed by Jim too. Oh no. Trap? Is it a trap? Oh, Knox. That is a pretty cool tidbit. Oh shit. Oh shoot. The costumes are amazing. Oh, her grandmother. Dude, there are so many episodes where they don't get a lot of screen time. Oh, I love this. He's going to be embarrassed treasure hunting. Coming for some cake. I remember I saw that actress who played Nana was in the cast list, and I was waiting for her to show up. Dude, his wardrobe that he took on. Good God. He has so much clothes, I'm surprised he doesn't share. Steed is extra. That outfit is pretty outrageous. I still can't get over that sleeping hat he wears. I know I've seen it in like cartoons with children. That's true. I feel like there actually will be a treasure. Maybe Blackbeard will be so fucking like surprised that he'll want to do more treasure hunts. Oh my god. You guys said Reese Darby and Taika have been friends like for over 20 years, right? Man, I honestly thought Lucius was going to be a throwaway character in episode 1. He's freaking hilarious. Does the shovel have a little like baggie on the top? It's even funnier because this show doesn't have a lot of comedy like this, but when they sprinkle it in. That would have been nice to know. Yeah, at least they get to eat it. That is what it looks like. It does look like a Crown Royal bag. They're adorable, man. Improv comedy is the best. Lucius is like, what is going on right now? He's gonna. There. Oh no, the map. Gotta fix my chair. Gotta buy a new chair. Ooh. Knox, if you find that shirt, let me know. I actually have I know that it's fake, but I eat meat, but I still can't watch stuff like that. I have to actually search for some Our Flag Means Death merchandise. This would be a great movie. Like if they wanted to do a special. As he eats an orange. She's so disappointed. I like his rope belt. Oh shit. Oh, yes. Lucius is for real, man. Oh, I just almost knocked my whole desk down. Holy shit. Prepare the shovel? Oh, that literally is a Crown Royal bag. Same colors as Blackbeard's shirt. Lucius is like the matchmaker. See that look? That transition was perfect. There's not one bad actor in this show. Jesus, man. So Jim has a brother. Damn, I don't remember if they mentioned at any point in the season if her brother is alive or not. If their brother is alive or not. Oh, there's amazing music in this. He's such a good guy. Oh, come. I hate shows where people can't be happy. If you watch What We Do in the Shadows, Guillermo, they never let him, the writers never let him be happy. He's so happy. Everyone seems to be real good people. He's gonna probably put that thing on a mantle, make it look really nice. Oh, don't tell me. Mm. It just gave us this great episode with them, and now Jim has to leave? Ah. Screaming Cupcake. I would be devastated if Jim was permanently gone. Dual captains. They're not talking about captains. They're talking about something else. Izzy. I don't know who on the ship I want to kill Izzy. That would be most like satisfying if he dies. Pre-Spanish. The nose jar. I've totally forgot about that. Killed my brother. Yeah, if Steed killed Izzy, that would be pretty satisfying. Oh man, this. Let me just pause this. Oh my god. I'm telling you, these episodes just keep getting better and better. The episode starts out, you have no idea where it's going. They go from just needing to find oranges for a silly disease, and then all this shit happens in the course of like 20 minutes after that. This kind of feels like the romantic episode. What was this one called? Oh, This Is Happening. All right, so I like when you watch a show and then you go back to the title and then you figure out why the episode was titled that. So this is happening. Makes perfect sense now. We got pretty much confirmation, even though we knew that Blackbeard and Steed were into each other. And then, yeah, we had two little relationships this episode, which was really cool, but it's sad that Jim had to go. So hopefully by the end of the season, they get their day in the sun. This episode was a little, I would say it's a lot different because it's like one of those journey episodes. There wasn't like swashbuckling or killing. It was pretty much a dialogue based episode, which in some series and some shows, the dialogue based episodes are boring, but this never seems boring because there's a lot going on in like the sense of a compacted, I don't know how to put it, but like they're in one place, you know? It's not like they're taking you to 5 different locations in one episode and there's like big fights or huge scenes or 1,000 people, killings or things like that. It was a really good, well-contained, dialogue-based episode where you get a sense of how relationships grow, and they didn't force Jim's backstory. I do feel like in shows, every character needs a little bit of a backstory, but oddly enough, when it comes to TV shows and movies in general, for me, I kind of don't like origin stories. I like movies and shows to do origins like this show is doing. Start the show or the movie in present time and do like flashbacks during the show when they make sense. Like this was perfect because this wouldn't have worked in any other episode. Like if it was episode 1 and they were talking and they did a cut scene to Jim's home, it would have just been like, oh, they're throwing in a flashback here that makes no sense. So I'm glad that they waited till this episode because they're actually there. And the cutscene transition works perfectly because you get a sense of what's going on in that exact location. Let's see. This one is different because Izzy isn't on the Revenge. Yeah, this is how they could be without him. That's true. Izzy was just there as like a foil. It was kind of like the crew and Blackbeard were doing their thing, and he's the one that's just like shitting in their cornflakes, or however that saying goes. But without him there, I feel like the next time he shows up has definitely got to be the confrontation. Like, they can't do any tricks because he didn't like leave and pretend he was okay with it. Like, he can't just sneak back on, pretend everything's okay, and try to kill somebody. Like, he's their nemesis now, so there's no easy way back on that ship. Knox says, I want to see origin stories when I care about the character. Yeah, that totally makes sense. And also in the first episode or the first 2, we don't know really Jim is Jim because Jim is pretending to not be Jim. So also it wouldn't have worked there. So this is perfect. We get 6 episodes to find out more about the actual character of Jim, not just the person they were pretending to be and the relationship with everybody else. Kay Lewis, if they keep doing the origin stories like this, I'm more than happy. Like a good example for me is, and I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know why I typically don't like origin stories. But to give an example, my favorite Marvel MCU movie is Doctor Strange, the first one. My favorite character is Doctor Strange. But I really wish the first movie didn't handle the origin that way. Like, I hate when a movie's like an hour and 45 minutes, an hour and 50 minutes, but the first 45 are the origin and you get like an hour and 10 minutes of, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid, but it doesn't mean that I hate the movie. I don't know. I bothers me. Maybe I have problems. Yeah, I love that movie. But back on target here. I love how Lucius is the one to like tell Blackbeard to wake up. So I feel like, I don't know, does it feel, and I know you've watched the whole season already, but does it feel like Steed is knowingly in love with Blackbeard right now? Like, he's obviously sending signals. Do you feel like he's doing, did you feel like he's doing it knowingly when you got to this episode, or just more natural inadvertently? Because we know that Blackbeard is pretty much naive to the fact that he's being hit on, even though you could tell he does like him back. I want to know Button's backstory. He's mer people. That would be crazy. Yeah, I am really amazed about how this show makes you root for the characters, even if they weren't. You know, some first seasons, you know by episode 1 and 2 who the main characters are. They get the most screen time. They usually you're told who you should like. And in the first 2 episodes of this series, I won't say I didn't like Lucius's character or that he was interesting, but they kind of toyed with you that he was just going to be like the token character. So I wasn't expecting this much growth from his character, and I'm very happy to have it because, like all of you have been saying, he is one of the best characters now. Let's see. Okay, so Paz says no, he doesn't know. Okay. Symbiotic Cupboard Rat says, seems to me that Steed is experiencing his first crush and is just acting on instinct to spend more time with Dad. That doesn't make sense. That makes a lot of sense because I guess I'm going to what Symbiotic said. I can't speak on this because I'm not bisexual. I'm a straight male, but Steed, I'm sure we can only assume that he's only had female relationships in the past. We can only assume that, or I can only assume that. So with, seeing someone and if he's attracted to a woman, then he's clearly going to try to talk to that woman, I guess, more aggressively. But maybe if Blackbeard's his first male crush, yeah, he would kind of know that he kind of has a crush, but it would be different for him. CH has a lot of thoughts about that, but I'll save it until you've seen the whole series. Okay, I can't wait for that. At this point, Steve's never been in love. Oh yeah, that's right. That's true, Kayla. It was an arranged marriage. So yeah, Steve could just be gay. I totally forgot. That's why I love these chats, because I forget a lot of stuff. Knox says, I think Steed is oblivious. I feel like he doesn't really think someone could be so interested in him after mostly everyone looks down on him. That's a good point. Especially, I would think, Blackbeard. If he can't get people beneath him to genuinely be interested in him, even though 7 episodes in, his crew, I feel like they respect him now, but in general, even people below him, because he is, I guess, in those, a millionaire, if you will, for back then. And so if no one respects you, you would never pick up if someone above you, like Blackbeard, liked you, respected you, etc. Screaming Cupcake says, also remember that Lucius wanted to mute me. Oh yeah, that's right. And now he's helping him and rooting for him in Blackbeard. That is huge character development. This is just something random. I don't think I've checked. Do any of these episodes have post-credit scenes or like mid-credit scenes? Because I don't think I've watched any of the credits. I usually turn it off when the episode ends and then just start like talking about the episode. Let's see if I missed any chats. Let's see. One would think they were talking in metaphor, but one would be expecting higher emotional IQ. That makes sense. Knox, a little bit earlier, said they really liked the show before, but this episode from now on is where I fell in love completely. This does feel like a turning point episode, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Knox just said, I really like how Blackbeard is the one pining usually. Be Steed who will be okay. You're correct. In those flashbacks, his father definitely hated him and didn't respect him, and he definitely was bullied. So I could see where he'd just be oblivious. Yeah, the marriage was definitely arranged. So now remembering that, thinking back, he's probably never really been open with anybody regarding his sexuality, probably. Especially Steed's self-esteem has been beaten down with blunt instruments probably since he was even self-aware. Yeah, that does make sense. And I know I don't want to pigeonhole this because it's not as easy as saying Lucius has like gaydar, but Lucius as an out gay man would obviously know all the telltale signs of a man flirting with another man. Basically, you don't even have to be gay to kind of pick that out. If you are in a relationship that's heterosexual, you could tell what flirting is. So it is funny that Steed and Blackbeard are both a little oblivious. Blackbeard said that he wanted an adventure, so Steed found one for him to. See, you guys are so much better than me. I mean, maybe you've watched this episode more than once, but like, that's a big point of what's not tone, but like Blackbeard. Just remembering that Blackbeard said he was bored and wanted an adventure, and Steed found one. Like now that I just think back of the episode, it was so clearly there, and I don't know if I forgot. Maybe I'm just more, since it's my first time watching, I'm more just watching the episode, and once 10 seconds pass, I like kind of forget about the first, what just happened. But there's all these things that I miss. Screaming Cupcake said, I love how everyone made fun of Steed, but then the most fearsome, sexy pirate of the sea is falling head over heels for him. The show is just one big fan fiction. Yeah. It'll be interesting for me to see what happens once Blackbeard and Steed kind of click, they get what's going on, and then it's going to be like you can't mess with Steed because Blackbeard is there, or maybe because Blackbeard, I guess, airs out his feelings completely, that Steed will gain more confidence, and he himself won't even need like the fear of Blackbeard behind him to be a feared pirate, which he wants to be. Matt Terea says, yeah, Ed's self-esteem probably isn't that great either, which is hard to like fathom. But when you think about it, if you're a person and the only emotion people feel towards you is fear, if all they are afraid of you, I don't know how that would make someone feel. Like if people were around me because they were just scared of me, would I psychologically feel like I wouldn't be able to make real friends or grow real relationships because I wouldn't know I wouldn't know anything else besides people fearing me? That's a good point. CH said, you'd be surprised by the difficulty some straight reactors have had picking up on it. I mean, the show, even though it's easy to watch, like you get the plot of the show by watching it, there is a lot that one could miss. Knox says, it made me smile so much when Blackbeard put aside his hatred for treasure hunting and encouraged him to keep exploring. Yes, that was definitely a heartfelt and touching part. Yeah. CH, listen, I've seen the series 6 times and I've watched like 10 to 12 reactions, so don't feel bad. I didn't pick up on stuff initially. Thank you, CH. I'm a little hard on myself. 1, because it's a new show. 2, these are my first reaction videos, really. So I don't have the time that some other people do to watch a show, go into detail, like behind the scenes, to break stuff down and then put out a video. So thank you for that. Knox just said, I know people who genuinely couldn't pick up that Blackbeard and Steed had feelings for each other until the very end, then said it came out of nowhere. Yeah, Knox, that is interesting because it's not like in your face, but I feel like if you've been in a relationship yourself, you would have picked up on some of the cues. And I don't mean you, I mean in general. If a person has been in a relationship or just felt love for somebody or had a crush on somebody else, they should have picked up on the cues. Especially that episode where Izzy was like hiding and thought that they were having sex. Like I felt like that was a joke, but also a like in your face, like telling us what's happening without telling us. CH said, Knox, I love that Blackbeard was actually interested in the moth. So sweet. It was a bid for attention from Steed, and Ed gave him the attention. Good catch. Blackbeard, after the anxiety attack, he talked about having no friends. Yes. K. Lewis, I do remember that now. That's what makes this show so complex, where you could watch it and understand it, but things that happen, you really have to remember 2, 3, 4 episodes prior to make a connection. So K. Lewis, that was a good catch. What else is there to really talk about this episode? Like, I'm still kind of wondering how the oranges are going to help. They still need to get them, but it's kind of funny. Oh my god. Let me see what the title of episode 8 is. So, episode 7 is This Is Happening. Go back. Episode 8, We Gull Way Back. We Gull Way Back. We Gull sounds like seagull, but I don't know. Another title that I won't know what's going on until I watch the episode. Is Alawande still my favorite? He is. I just love that guy. I don't know, he's so endearing. He doesn't get much, I mean, he got a lot of screen time in this episode, but the past few, they haven't really written a lot for him. But I like the actor. I like how he's written. I really like his love for Jim because I feel like it was friends first, and now they're eventually falling in love. I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, Alawande was the only one in episode 1 who didn't want a mutiny. I believe he was always on board, and I think it was because he felt like, listen, this guy might not know what he's doing, but he pays them. So that's why I liked him as well. Let's see. He's kind of the most everyman in there. Pretty much. He's even keel. He seems to always know what's going on. He's never like too one way or to the other. He doesn't overreact. He's definitely the only one I feel like that gets Jim. So their dynamic works. Let's see. Yes, that line, I could be family. I can't wait. I mean, I just like when people are happy in shows. Knox Ashford said, like a lot of queer fans, especially the I don't know, Knox, if you're male, female, non-binary, or what. So I will say, like a lot of queer fans, as yourself, was taken aback that a comedy with queer characters was written so respectfully. That's obviously something I can't comment on. I mean, I could watch it, and I also feel like it does each character justice. The one thing that I pick out is Jim, because I think they're non-binary, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But I love how they never slip up. Alawande always calls Jim they or their, and they don't put cheap jokes where it could be a cliche where someone calls Jim a he, and it's like, don't call him he. that would be so cliche and I think disrespectful to the character, in my opinion, which my opinion doesn't count. But I do think they're doing a great job as well. Alwande is that level-headed guy to balance out the insane people. Symbiotic cupboard rat, you are correct. Paz Vega said, did you notice Olu uses Crocs? Someone mentioned that, I think in the earlier episodes, right? He's been wearing them throughout the whole season. Well, except for Buttons, who also weren't wanting mutiny. Oh, yeah, that's true. Non-bound. Okay, cool. So I was correct. I did do some research on the actor to find out all that information. That was like the only research I did because I was very curious to read more about that because I'm sure I've watched shows that had non-binary characters in it or transgender characters. I know Supergirl, the woman who plays Dazzler, is trans, and that is something that I think everyone knows. But this is the first one where I feel like they make an effort. They make an effort to let you know that they are, but it's like it's just perfect for the show because they don't go overboard with like lame jokes or silly setups that could just make it feel like a gag. If they feel just as important as they should as everyone else in the show, and they are also more capable than most of the characters in the show. Okay, where am I? I kind of think a lot of the anachronisms are strategically placed. Speaking of the Crocs, I mean, it is kind of cool. I don't know if it was planned to throw things like Crocs, and that definitely was a Crown Royal bag. There's certain things that people will see, like this wouldn't be here for another couple of thousand years or whatever. They're already circulating pics of Olu's Crocs on Instagram and Twitter. I'll have to check that out. Knox says, coming from someone who's been watching queer shows and media, Our Flag Means Death is honestly one of the rare shows that treats queer characters respectfully. It doesn't feel like it's a lecture about queerness. And that is a good thing, and hopefully more creators are watching the show or just hearing the dialogue from people like yourself stating that these are the types of shows that you want to see. People just need to be vocal in general if something is done correctly or incorrectly so we could get better, more accurate representation, I feel. Knox goes on to add, no homophobia or queer-related pain, just let it... Yeah. That's perfect because every one of these characters is going through pain or trauma, but it's not based on their sexuality. Also, Steve Irwin Get Up. When was that? That was in this episode? Damn, and I know Steve Irwin too. I mean, I don't personally know him. I know his work. Screaming, what was my favorite episode by far? Let me see. Let me just go back to the names of them. This could be my favorite. I might say this was my favorite so far. The episode was 28 minutes like all the other episodes, but it went super fast. There wasn't... the show in general doesn't have much downtime or, quote, boring parts. Like, nothing has been boring. But this episode was just like straight through because you got what you got and you wanted more and they didn't give you more, so you have to wait for more. Black Sails. Is Black Sails a newer show? Because I've never heard of Black Sails. I could Google that right now. 2014 to 2017. Who was in this? Let's find the cast. Toby Stevens, Hannah New, Zach McGowan, Tom Hopper, Jessica Parker Kennedy, Ira Paget. I've never heard of any of these people. I don't even recognize any of them. Maybe I just don't watch enough good television. Usually just watch what makes me laugh. It's funny to Knox says it's funny to me how the creator read about Blackbeard's relationship with Steed and went, "Yep, they were in love." Who did Taika Waititi create this, or does he just produce it, star and direct? Black Sails is on. Oh, good, because I have Prime. I'm one of those people who has pretty much every streaming service, and basically I pay to just try to figure out what I want to watch and end up watching nothing. David Jenkins created only Our Flag Means Death. Let's see. David Jenkins. Let's check the IMDb. I like learning about new people. All right. Producer, writer. Oh, he's actually... the creator was actually in the pilot episode as Officer Shaw. I'll watch any show or movie basically that Taika Waititi is involved with. For real. What time is it? Oh, it's 2:57. I think I have like 3 more minutes. I actually have to get back to work. He was the guy they tied to the hands to the oars and made him oh, I remember that. Okay. That's funny. And that was cool with all. Oh, that's pretty neat. Fun facts. So, once again, I really want to thank everybody for hopping on to the live stream. Again, my goal has always been not to have 1 million subs, but to have a good amount that really enjoy talking and discussing. I don't need 1,000 people on a live stream. 5 to 10 like I have today is perfect because we all get to talk. We all see each other's questions. And even though you guys are talking with me, you're also talking to each other. Nothing against larger accounts, obviously. They make a lot of money. But that's not what I'm gearing towards. The more subs you have, the more trolls you have. And I just want to avoid that. So I really appreciate all of you for taking the time to watch my videos, comment on my videos, give me all the feedback that you give me. Let me know all of the plot points that I missed. And still, definitely, if you are on Instagram or Twitter, it's a little bit easier than video comments because I don't see every comment on the videos. But if you search for Screen Sanctum on Instagram or Screen Sanctum on Twitter, you don't have to follow me. I don't really care, but I mean, I do care. It would be nice because I love you guys. But if you find me on any of those 2 platforms, definitely shoot me a DM or just at me on any show you think I should watch. That's the easiest way because I'll just see them all because I think I have under 10 subs on Twitter, so it'll be really easy for me to see your suggestions. Let's see. Knox says, "I'm glad you're reacting to this. Thank you for interacting with us." I get you're welcome. It's all because of you all watching me, so I should be thanking you. But you're all very welcome. I love watching this show. I'm gonna be sad after I watch the last episode, having to wait for the next season. But hopefully, I could find another show that's just as good that you all watch, and we could do this again. I have to go work, but that. Yep, Kay Lewis, you and me. Thank you again. All right, so I'm gonna try to do episode 8. Today's Thursday, maybe this weekend. I'll try to have episode 8 up this weekend. I'll see how many comments I get on this live stream because maybe I'll do another live. But we'll see. But again, I definitely have to get going, get back to work. So I want to thank you all again for watching, chatting, talking, liking, subscribing, commenting, everything. I'll see you on the next video. So peace, guys.